So we're looking at, it was 2. We had y is equals to 6x minus 11. Then we have negative 2x minus 3y is equals to negative 7. So this was the question. First of all, we can use substitution method. And after using substitution, we can as well try to use elimination. You get?
Yeah.
So the thing is, to use substitution, this one now is substitution method. Now, to use substitution, we usually solve for one equation. Like, you take equation 1 and you solve. You take equation 2 and you solve. But elimination, you are trying to eliminate one variable, x and y. But if you look at this equation now, it is not in the standard form. The first one, for us to use elimination method. But if we are using substitution as it is, so it means let's call this equation 1, and let's call this equation 2. So we have to take equation number 1, and then we solve for y. We solve for y. But if you notice, in equation 1, y is already solved because we have y is equals to 6x minus 11. And it is already our y because we are solving for substitution method. So now you call this one equation 3. I don't know if you get me. Now we call this equation 3 so that now you can take this equation 3 and substitute in equation 2 in order to find the value for x. Because now, you see the way it is in this form. This cannot be the value for y because you're having 6x minus 11. So let's take this equation 3. We take equation 3 and then we substitute it. Substitute in equation 2. And this is equation 2 here. So let's see what we have here. Negative what? 2x minus 3y. But our y is 6x. So now you put 6x minus 11. And this is equals to negative 7. Because we are solving for using equation 2. Now we can open up this. This becomes negative 2x minus 3 times 6 is 18. This is 18x. Negative 3 times negative 11 is going to be positive 33. You can use your calculator to combine. Negative become positive. So it is positive 33. And this is equals to negative 7. So also use your calculator. Negative 2, negative 18 is going to be what? Negative 20. Negative 20x. Now we are bringing this together because this is x and this is x. So negative 2, negative 18 will give you negative 20x. Is it? Now negative 20, this is a constant. So we take it to the other side. So it becomes, this is equals to negative 7. Negative 7, this is positive. When it crosses over to that side, it becomes negative 33. So this is negative 20x is equals to negative 7, negative 33 is going to be negative 40. This is negative 40. Now we want to get x. You divide this side by negative 20. Then you divide this side by negative 20. So negative 20 will cancel, and this will give us, this is negative. So x is equals to 2. I don't know if you get it, eh?
Yeah.
You have your clarification there. Yeah, because right now this is the value for x only. So we need now to find the value for y. Remember what we got that time is an equation, and this equation cannot be the value for y. So you take this equation that we have and substitute in equation 3. This is equation 3. It is here. So equation 3 we have y is equals to 6x minus 11. This is our equation 3 as it is indicated here. This is our equation 3. But now we want to solve for x. So y is going to be equals to 6. What is x? X is 2. So you put 2 minus 11. So y is going to be 6 times 2 is 12 minus 11. So y is equals to 1. So in this question, we have the value for x to be equals to 2, y to be equals to 1. This is the solutions. This was 1, 1. This is the answer to this question. But now, remember what we did is substitution method. Now, what if we want to use elimination? Because it is easier for us to use substitution method since it is already, the first equation is not in fraction form. And we have a linear kind of equation for y. But let's see, in using the elimination method, we have the equation y is equals to 6x minus 11, and then we have negative 2x minus 3y is equals to negative 7. Now, you observe that this thing, this y is not in standard form, and when you are solving for using the elimination method, our target is to eliminate one variable, either x or y. But you cannot eliminate anything the way it is. So we can rewrite the first equation. To rewrite the first equation, we have this is the way it is. So we have 6x. If you take this y to that side, it becomes negative because it is positive now. So it is minus y. And this is equals to, remember this one now is like we switch it to the other side. So it will become 11 instead of negative 11. And now we have negative 2x minus 3y is equals to negative 7. So this is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2. We are using the elimination method. So now, in elimination method, we want to eliminate something. But if you see, 6 minus 2 cannot be 0. And the 6 plus minus 2 cannot also be 0. So we need to multiply this equation by something. Let's say 3. Because we know that 3 times negative 2 will give us negative 6. And we know that 6 plus minus 6 is 0. You can confirm that with your calculator. 6 plus minus 6 is simply 0. So let us multiply equation 2 by 3. So that we will have 6x minus y is equals to 11, which is equation 1. So equation 2 will be 3 times negative 2. This is negative 6x. 3 times negative 3, this will be negative 9y. And this will be equals to 3 times negative 7. This is going to be negative 21. Now we can eliminate. We are eliminating using addition. That is, you eliminate by adding. Addition. So we want to eliminate one of the variables. So you say 6 plus minus 6. You can confirm your calculator. It is 0, eh? Now you have negative 1. Because we have just y. So it is negative 1 plus negative 9. That will be negative 10. Negative 1 plus negative 9, you get negative 10. So this is negative 10y, and this is equals to 11 plus negative 21. 11 plus negative 21 will give you negative 10. This is also negative 10. So we are solving for y. So divide by negative 10y and 10, and also divide this side by negative 10. So if you divide this, y is equal to 1. That's why you have y as 1. So now we want to solve for x. We can take this value and plug in any of the equation. Remember, this is equation 1. So let's take equation 1. It is 6x minus y, and it is equals to 11. But now we know that we have y to be 1. So 6x minus 1 is equals to 11, because we are using this. So now we have 6x is equals to, take this 1 to that side. It will become 11 plus 1. So 6x is equals to 12. Now we are solving for x. Divide by 6, divide by 6. 6 divided by this will give you what? 2. X is equals to 2. So this is how you use both elimination and substitution. In elimination method, we want to eliminate something in order to arrive at the value. In substitution method, you take one of the equation and solve for either x or y, creating equation 3. So after that, after you have done with equation 3, you take that equation 3 and substitute in equation 2. Are you getting? Because we substituted in equation 2 because equation 3 was exactly equation 1. You see, this is equation 1, and we can't solve for equation 1 again since it is exactly y. So we needed to substitute this equation with equation 2. So where you see y, you simply plug in that equation 3 in order for you to get x. And after which you take this x, you don't go back to this equation, you use equation 3 in order to get y. That is substitution method. So let us try something else.
So we can give the same, we try.
Huh?
Which one?
This one.
We start by this one, substitution.
Substitution, eh? Let me give another question that you can try. This one we have, let me give another question here. So you will first of all solve by substitution, then you can solve by elimination. So this one we have x, this is, we have y is equals to negative 3x plus 5. Then we have 5x minus 4y is equals to negative 3. So you can solve first by substitution, and then you solve by elimination.